to our Rockstar graduation. If you are brand new to String and Story, my name is Holly Ann Knight, and it is my job to guide you to quilt with confidence. I am here tonight to celebrate the spring 2021 cohort of Rockstars. I'm using a brand new software, so I hope it's working. So can you guys give me a holler in the chat if you can hear me? It looks like, oh my gosh, y'all, okay, this is freaking magic. I am using a new platform called StreamYard because I wanted to stream to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and it has put all of y'all's comments on the screen for me where I can see them. This is so exciting. Yay! All right, guys, I'm going to lollygag for a hot second to give folks a moment to join us, find the stream. Yes, you're in the house. Sharon and Janet, our sweet sister rock stars. I love it. You're here with your snacks and your glass of wine. Y'all, should I give away the surprise? This is either going to be the best idea or the worst idea I've ever had. More on that in a minute. I'm so excited. Okay. My dear rock stars, it is 8:01. We have over 120 of you guys graduating. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna get in. Let's see. Let me make sure this volume's all the way down. All right. Brilliant. Hello, Nova Scotia, future rock star Michelle. Yes. All right. Let's show these future rock stars what it means to be a rock star, shall we? And also, y'all should know, there are so many of you graduating tonight that it took 2 slide decks because there's a slide limit on Canva. What? Amazing. All right. Let me share my screen. I understand that it is easiest with 2 monitors, but I do not have 2 monitors right now. So we're going to do this. Welcome, everybody, to Free Motion Quilting Academy graduation. This is the May 8th, 2021 graduation, our spring 2021 cohort. Oh, and how delightful. It shoves me over to the side out of the way so you can see the whole slide. I'm so excited about this, guys. All right, let us begin. Let me start by reviewing for you the qualities of a quilting rock star. All right, we have 120 plus rock stars graduating tonight. And let me tell you a little bit about them before you meet them individually. All right. Rock stars have a willingness to do the work and to make progress in her, his, or their quilting skills. We happen to have all ladies graduating tonight. I'm so excited to introduce them. Rock stars have a dedication to giving themselves grace when the practice is messy. And y'all know that sometimes the practice gets messy inside Free Motion Quilting Academy. We have all, in the words of Patty, which you'll hear from her in a little bit, we've all encountered our IMG somewhere along the way, that inner mean grump that I've spent so much time recently talking about. All right. And y'all, you have dedication to giving yourself grace when it's messy. Rock stars have joy in celebrating accomplishments and finished projects. Tonight, we're celebrating some very special finished projects, some very particular finished projects, namely the sampler and whole cloths of these folks who are graduating. But all along the way, we've had the delight of celebrating together anytime someone finishes a project, and many quilts have been finished in the course of Free Motion Quilting Academy. Rockstars have a commitment to encouraging others on their journey. I wish I could give you guys a little snapshot of the way these rock stars have held each other up over the last 12 weeks. And even before that, we've got a few rock stars here tonight that have been working their way through at their own pace through Free Motion Quilting Academy for 2, 3, 4 cohorts. And I think that's so special. That part of what's really amazing about modern day technology is that I can say, once you join this class, you're in. You get to take your time and you have this community for as long as you need to be here working on it. And the way that they have cheered one another on, answered each other's questions, applauded each other's projects, absolutely amazing. All right. Quilting Rockstars delight in quilting community and camaraderie. This is very intimately connected to the point that I just made, but you can see here in the chat already just the level of excitement and enthusiasm that's going on here. We make worldwide quilting friendships inside of the Quilting Rockstars and inside of Free Motion Quilting Academy. So Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our graduating class of spring 2020. First up, Miss Alexa Beller. Please note how adorable her pets look quilted on her whole cloth and the lettering on her sampler. Now, y'all, as we're going along tonight, there's a lot of y'all. So I'm going to try to say a word or two about each person's project, give you a moment to take them in. But we're also going to keep going along because there's so many. If you want to take some time at the end of graduation, I will be posting this to my blog later this weekend. And I'll be posting links to the slide deck so you can go through and truly soak up the excellence of these final projects. All right. Next up, Elise Blythe from Down Under. Elise, I'm so thrilled for you. If you've been following Elise on Instagram, you know she has been sharing. And it's a big celebration to see you graduate, friend. And Goncalves, congratulations. These whole cloths, I love the texture. And so many of you guys featured plants and leaves in your whole cloths this time around. And I think it's absolutely stunning. Andrea Ingbretson, this is a Story Night inspired whole cloth. I think it is beautiful. I love the way that she captured Van Gogh's brushstrokes and quilting motifs. Now, y'all, I do just want to say a note about these samplers and the whole class so that those of you who are new to String and Story, new to the Quilting Rockstars, new to Free Motion Quilting Academy know what's going on here, all right? For Andrea, you can see here on the right, her sampler. This is a 30 square quilt. We learned 28 motifs in the current version of Free Motion Quilting Academy. So that is 1 block per motif plus 2 bonus blocks to do with as you wish. This is an opportunity to practice each and every motif on a for-real quilt. And it helps Rockstars overcome their anxiety about doing a big quilt on their home machine for the first time. All right. This whole cloth that you can see pictured on the left here, this is approximately a fat quarter size, so 18 by 21 inches, give or take. And I ask that these not be pieced because I really want each Rockstar to design their own final project with the image of their choosing and to create that image with their free motion quilting. Other than the size and the request that it be a whole cloth, I give a license. I say, make yourself proud. All right. And Hibbs, oh, I love it when you guys pose with yours. I just want to point out how many thread colors Anne used in her amazing whole cloth. Annabelle Jankovac, did I get it correct? I'm not sure. Another whole cloth quilt that uses a lot of colors. I love it when y'all do landscapes, and I love seeing the way that you've portrayed depth in your whole cloth project. And Essler, beautiful color choices. I love your smiling face and your use of so many different motifs. And Maines, look at this cabin situation that you've created here. And we have a truck in the bottom right, and this is stunning. Well done, Rockstar. And Vendeveg, I'm so thrilled to see your name on this list, and I love the way that you portrayed these mountains and trees. This is just like a happy little whole cloth quilt. And this friendly little tree has a friend right next to it. Antie Postal, congratulations. All of these textures on your whole cloth are stunning. I especially love your use of a feather border here and the way that you've got some more dense motifs in the middle and then this gorgeous feather frame. Well done, Rockstar. Ashley McNeese, you know, this is like a dream big panel, except you did it as a whole cloth, and I love it. Love the way that you use the contrasting thread. That is a bold choice, and it looks so good. Barbara Admins, Rismo Beach. What a stunning use of shells and pebbles. Barbara wrote to me when she was turning this project in that she likes to walk on the beach, and she's fascinated by the way that the footprints show up in the hard, moist sand. You can see those footprints created here in our quilting. So fabulous. Barbara Phillip, oh, Team Purple all the way. Is this your bunny? Am I interpreting that correctly? Y'all, I'm always so terrified I'm going to get something wrong during this graduation. Your use of texture is stunning. I love it. Becky Bell, these houses, oh my goodness. And the density of your quilting to create such magnificent contrast against your fabric. Well done, well done. Guys, if at any point I interpret something wrong on your quilting, first of all, please forgive me, but also correct me emphatically in the comments so that your fellow rock stars know what's up, all right? Beverly Black, this precious elephant with its balloon. I love the like mini sampler effect that you created in the background here to really show off different motifs. Beverly Orshkovitz, did I get it right? Oh, what a stunning whole cloth. I love your use of different textures and different densities of quilting. I also love, please note guys, look at Beverly's sampler here. I love the way that she got this light just right, that you can see all the texture that her quilting is created. Isn't that wonderful? Beverly Scholar, stunning work. I love your flower vase. And I love your feather border as well. I'm a sucker for a good feather border. Fabulous golden hour light on your sampler. Absolutely amazing, Rockstar. Bonnie Brodemerkel, a hot air balloon. Oh, I love the word dream up in the corner. We have several hot air balloon whole cloths tonight, and they are so good. They're all so good. Carlene Ramsey, magnificent use of depth. I love the way that you use different densities to really capture perspective of this covered bridge. It's absolutely beautiful. Caroline Goodling, what a lovely house and your tree. Oh, I love the wood grain. And Carolyn, I love that you also chose to use high contrast thread on your sampler. And I have to know, did you dye the fabric in your sampler? Because it looks like you might have, and I think that's pretty super cool. Casey Leek, stunning use of color and texture on here. I absolutely love the way you created these little flowers. And I love the way that you chose your colors for your sampler as well. Eee, so good. Sherilyn Goodwin, pizza. I love that you, first of all, I need to know, did you get yourself a pizza pan to make this, because it's hilarious. But I love the way that inside of your pizza is a big feather flower filled with different motifs and different color threads. So, so good. Also, y'all, I just realized that I cannot see my Facebook comments while I am here. So give me a hot second. I'm going to get them pulled up because I don't want to miss. I just realized that I'm only seeing YouTube at the moment. Ba, 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 ba. And I'm asking y'all questions, and you might be watching me on Facebook. For your sampler. Okay, here we go. Love, love, love. Oh, so good. Okay. Chris Kairos, beautiful work. I love the use of feathers as plants here. I think that looks so good. These were great choices for your sampler, and the way that you really captured the light, so, so beautiful. Christine Zimmer, is this a gumball machine? I've been wondering this all day. Your smile. I love it when I see you guys smiling. So proud of your work, and you should be. It's beautiful. Claudia Kehoe, please note that in the center of her whole cloth are the words "rock on with your bad self." Claudia, I just was so filled with delight when I saw this, because y'all know this is something I say to be like a little bit funny, but a lot encouraging when we're in class together. And the fact that it made it into your whole cloth, Claudia, I'm honored. I think it's wonderful. And I just feel like you should know, I've got a friend that has a lettering account on Instagram, and she sent me a DM very specifically complimenting your lettering on here. Okay, so I just feel like you should know. Cynthia Patterson, stunning work, wonderful use of texture. I love seeing that big ginkgo feather on your, and also your peacock plumes, using some of those funky feathers that are really wonderful to mix and match in. Cynthia Woolley, stunning work. Y'all, so many of you guys have portrayed what I'm interpreting as scenes that are close to your home. And I think that is really, really special to be capturing places that are near and dear to you in your quilting. Dawn Baird, this is beautiful. Beautiful. I love the bold use of a high contrast thread for your whole cloth here. And I love the fabric you chose that has this nice gradient to it. Dawn, wowie zowie. Is this you and your dog? I was wondering that. I don't even know where to begin. The heart, the way that you like fit her face into the heart, the bow tie on the dog, the wood grain as hair on your dog. It's so good. Brilliantly done. Deb Cobb, this is amazing. And I'm so thankful that you sent us a picture of the back. Notice the dark fabric that she used as the back. You can really see her thread color choices, the way that she's fit this. Is it Arizona or New Mexico, Deb? This kind of southwestern scene into this beautiful diamond. Absolutely amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh my gosh, Selwyn, watching on your big screen TV. That is the best idea. The best idea. Deb, this is beautiful. I love your use of feathers, the way you created different textures to get these rolling hills. What a wonderful use of dense quilting, and really it makes the unquilted bits really pop the way that you've picked and chosen your shapes. I love it. Deb Stoneman, wow, wow, wow. Again, I love a brave use of a high contrast thread, guys. It's the way to my heart. Someone, isn't it amazing the way that each cohort, I agree with you in that each cohort really builds on the whole cloth project. Like these just keep escalating. I love it. Deborah McManus, I love that you took some creative license with your, is this a Hawaii style applique here? I love the creative quilting that you put around it. And I love your choices for your sampler. Absolutely wonderful job. Deborah, this underwater scene is stunning. And again, love the use of creative license on the sampler that you're like, I'm going to get everything in here, but I'm going to do some creative shapes. These are stunning. Absolutely stunning. And y'all, I want to remind you, some of you guys are here and you're going, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I don't know if this is for me. And I want to just remind you that so many of these rock stars came in. And those of you who are graduating, you remember these conversations of like, I don't know about the sampler. I don't know about this whole cloth. I don't know if I'm up to this. And look at how each of you have beautifully risen to the occasion. Wow, wow, wow. Denise Scherer, I love the use of shapes here. You know, I'm a sucker from Lanterns of Hope. I love seeing different motifs inside different shapes. I think it's such an interesting creative expression. I also would love to know if you dyed your fabric for your sampler because it is beautiful. Janet Moyet is in here in the comments being like, I was scared to death. Y'all wait till you see Janet's. Y'all wait till you see Janet's. It's so good. Diane Brooke, this is wonderful. This is a very classic whole cloth design. I love the choice of the off-white fabric and a stunning use of different motifs, the way they layer on each other, working their way out. Brilliant. Diane. So good. That, again, a bold use of a high contrast thread, but what a creative take on this, and the number of motifs you've got in here and the depth and the detail of this city. Now, Diane, I do have to ask, and I hope I'll see it. I'm really trying to see, I'm trying to catch comments as they go by. But Diane, what are the dimensions on your whole cloth? Is this still just a fat quarter size, or did you do it a little bit bigger? Because the detail is stunning. Patty Flynn says, I really dreaded the whole cloth until I started it. Then I loved it. Exactly. Yes, I do believe this is our largest graduating class ever. Donna, again, this is a beautiful classic whole cloth kind of shape, and I love it so much. You did a wonderful job of texture on this. You know, we've been talking a little bit about texture and contrast in texture through the Quilting Plan Challenge this week. I really want you guys to notice the way that Diane alternated denser and less dense motifs, so like the switchbacks and then the feathers and then the McTavishing kind of shapes. And the way that it lets each really shine. Also the way that she left a little bit of space between each one. This is really, really well done. Absolutely wonderful. Donna, I love your owl. Ooh, and the way that you created a branch and a tree. This is wonderful. This is a really creative use of motifs. And guys, this is exactly the point of the whole cloth challenge, is to encourage you to look at motifs differently than you might look at them when you're just seeing them, when you're putting them in a more traditional quilt, right? I like to, you know, Give you that blank canvas a little bit. Eleanor, stunning. Stunning work. I love the density of the center part of your quilt, the way that you've accented around it. I also love the way that we can see all those stitches on your sampler. Absolutely beautiful. Yvonne, colors, shapes, different motifs. I am here for all of it. This is beautiful, beautiful work. Again, y'all, look at the varying densities of different motifs, the way that they overlap. I think the way that Yvonne had the switchbacks overlap the feather flower and actually interrupt it is honestly nothing short of genius. Well done. That looks so good. Faye, balance. Y'all know I'm not super good at balance, but let me tell you, Faye nailed it with this whole cloth. I love the lettering. I love the way that you've created those dense pebbles around it and all the different motifs coming out. What a stunning example of everything that you have learned in this class. Love it. Donna Gober, I don't know if you're here in real time, but Avon, Laura Green. Sorry, I was like, wait, what? Laura Green would love to know what kind of batting that you used. Jean Webb, this is wonderful. I love your teddy bear. I love your different colors on your sampler, and I love the way that we can see all of these textures. Really, really well done. Oh, I love it. Are there any of the same color on your sampler? I don't think, maybe there are. I love it. And the way that you added the border, so lovely. Did y'all see these little continuous curved flower borders on her teddy bear too? Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Jerry, another Starry Night, and I like it so much. I love the use of yellow thread on your navy background. I also love the Great Minds Think Alike that we've got a couple of Starry Nights here. I just, it's so good. I love the way that you've almost turned these stars into almost little planets. Well done. Great sampler. I love the crisscross. What am I looking for? What's the word? Anyway, the use of transparency on your sampler. We're going to put it that way. Holly Bacon, another stunning example of some hot air balloons in a sampler and the way that, or in your whole cloth, and the way that you put different feathers and different textures in each one. Really, really lovely. Great touch. Absolutely wonderful. Therese says, oh, this is wonderful, y'all. Teresa says, it took me 3 rounds to get through this class, and I'm so glad that I stuck with it. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Jackie Frisch, this is Jackie's granddaughter. Can we take a moment? A portrait. A portrait. There's nothing I can say that adds to how stunning this is. Not only did Jackie do an amazing job capturing her granddaughter's face, this expression, the textures of her hair and her bows, but can you imagine being a granddaughter who is loved by her grandma like this? Now, I know many of you guys have daughters and granddaughters, and you're like, oh, yes, I love mine that way. And I know you do. I know you do. I just am picturing this sweet little girl, seeing this picture of herself going, oh my gosh, my grandma made that of me. Is this not just absolutely beautiful? Jamie Roberts, another underwater scene. Y'all know I'm a sucker. I love the ocean. I love the textures that you created on your seahorse here. This is just absolutely amazing. Well done. I love the fabric choice, the color, and then the way that just, the way you change your thread color. It looks so good. So, so good. Jamie Haid, a stunning birdhouse and sunflower. Love me a good sunflower. I love the different ways that you created the more kind of linear look for your birdhouse. And then you got that peacock plume shape, creating your sunflowers. Wow, wow, wow. Jane Gruber, more gorgeous flowers. This is wonderful. And Jane, I like your choice to use just one color of fabric for your sampler. I think that's pretty cool. I like that then you just see the texture shine. And I don't know if you did this on purpose, but I love that the thread color on your whole cloth matches your sampler. Janet and Moyette, you said you were so scared of the whole cloth until you got there, and look at the beautiful farm that you have quilted for us. It is absolutely stunning. And look at your sampler. I love the textures and that border. Great choice on adding the piano key border. And y'all, Janet and Sharon are sisters, and so they asked me to put them next to each other in the graduation slide deck. And how amazing is this hummingbird? Like, what? What? And I love the color wash that you created on your sampler as well. I just think I'm tickled to death. I'm tickled to death by both of these. Sharon says, I just jumped on the Guild bandwagon as a graduation gift to me. Yay! Sisters, I hope you guys are texting back and forth, popping champagne, all the things that you totally should do. Love it. Janet Blackmer, this is amazing. So this organ, look at this. She's got keys. She has musical notes. There's lettering on here. I'm dead. Janet, this is so wonderful. And when I opened up your email and I just saw your grin, I just wanted to hug you. I'm so proud for you. This is wonderful. Jeannie Workman, more hot air balloons and wonderful colors, and I'm in total awe. These are absolutely wonderful. Great job, Rockstar. Jennifer Dom, this is beautiful. I love that you're like, I'm going to put a little bit of piecing in here. And I think you did a really good job choosing your colors and the way that you chose this design that really brings coherence to this pillow cover. It looks absolutely lovely. Jennifer Elias, beautiful work. I love the way that you chose to use the wishbones to create this hill. I just think that's absolutely magnificent. You've got your tree and your sun. Love the thread color choices. Love the texture choices. There's so much movement happening in this quilt. This is another great example of a sampler that just uses one color of fabric, and I think it looks so lovely. Geraldine Bai, I have to ask, are these Fatula pink solids? Because I saw them and was like, ooh, I love those. And I love the textures that you created on your whole cloth. These swirls and kind of peacock plume shapes in there, they look so good. And again, when I opened my email and saw your grid, I yelled for help. I was like, Hubster, you have to come see Geraldine. She's so happy. Jody Geels, well done. I love your color wash. I love your plants. I love your playful smile. Love everything about this. It looks so good, you guys. Love the choice of green. I don't know that we've had a sample that's been quite that green and like quite this shade. And I love the way you utilized it. And I love that your thread created some kind of grounding down at the bottom and your leaves just look so bright and springy. Absolutely wonderful. Judy Kramer, beautiful work. I love, again, this choice of a very classic color for a whole cloth quilt. And I love seeing the alternating colors on your sampler and the way that you really capture these textures. Judy, this is absolutely beautiful work. Julia, wowza. Wowza, again, great use of a high contrast thread color, but what a magnificent rendering of the first Christmas right here. This is so lovely. I love your choice of motifs. And I have to admit, I know this isn't the focal point of the quilt, but I geeked out a little bit over that Greek key border because it just looks so crisp, brilliantly done. Julia Smith, your use of color is absolutely amazing. I love the way that you changed up your motifs and changed up your color to create this gorgeous whole cloth. And I love the textures on your sampler too. Wonderful work, Rockstar. Julie. Julie, my jaw has been on the floor for days about this stunning crane. I love the way that you chose a very traditional Japanese motif for your whole cloth. I'm really honored to see this in our lineup here. And the use of thread, the thread changes on this. Just wow, Julie, just wow, brilliantly done. Cami, I love this work. I love it too when you guys submit pictures to me where I can see the front and the back. I can see the different textures of your quilts. Great choices on here. Cami has captured her name as part of her whole cloth. And then over on her sampler, I love, again, that use of a high contrast thread. It just looks so good. And y'all, for those of you that made the choice to do a whole cloth or a sampler with high contrast thread, I really hope that this was a great example in seeing one, the creative effects of that, but two, kind of exactly how much thread it takes before things really start to look thick and bold. Love, love, love. Karen. I just want gonna jump up and down and cheer. I love your choice of feathers to create your initial and this border. I love the color choices on your whole cloth as well, and the way that you coordinated your binding with the central C. And I think it's amazing, Karen, looking at the difference between your sampler photo on the left where there's snow on the ground and it looks so warm and sunny and grassy over on the right. I just love seeing truly the journey through time that has happened as part of your journey inside Free Motion Quilting Academy. Kathy, magnificent use of texture. I really like your choice of different densities of quilting on your whole cloth. I think it looks really cool. And the way that it really lifts the eye up kind of into the sky towards the sun. Love the different blues for your sampler and the way that we can really see all those motifs showing up as well. Kathy Hersberg, this is magnificent. This little lady under her umbrella and the tree around her and the weather. This looks so delightful. Love these bright, happy choices for your sampler as well. Brilliant work. Kayla, what a special tribute. Y'all, we've had several breast cancer survivors come through Free Motion Quilting Academy, and I think most of them have chosen, at least those who have chosen to share their story, have chosen to honor that journey in some way in their whole cloth, and Kayla is no exception. You are a survivor, and in addition to being a survivor, Kayla, you are also a rock star. Kim Morkel, this is beautiful. Again, these grinning faces, y'all, you're killing me. They're so great. I love the navy thread. I'm a sucker for some good navy, and I love the way that it showed up on this gray background for your whole cloth and how many of your motifs that you chose to incorporate here. This looks so, so wonderful. Kristen Pote, magnificent. This looks like a print almost, like a relief print, and how you chose to make your whole cloth. And I love the pops of sunny yellow over on your sampler, just bringing a little extra spice there. Annabelle, I love this. Okay, so I'm going to interrupt myself for a moment. I want to read what Annabelle said over on YouTube out loud. Annabelle says, hey, new members, do not let this intimidate you. Believe me, you too will be able to do this by August. Snap, snap, snaps. Yes, because y'all, if you are here and you are graduating tonight, and when you signed up for Free Motion Quilting Academy, you weren't sure you could do this, can I please get an amen in the comments? All right? Because I'm going to guess we're going to get a lot of amens because I've read y'all's emails and I remember. And I want us to take a moment to encourage our new rock stars who are going, I don't know about this. All right, let's have a moment of encouragement. Christina Stromberg, this is absolutely magnificent. I love the more blending thread for the background sky and the higher contrast for this church. It looks so good. Please note these amens that are coming. Sharon's like, amen, right? Y'all, please note this. So every single person, or nearly every single person, when signing up for this class was like, I don't know if I can do that whole cloth challenge. Please look at them now. Please look at them now, all right? So good. Laura, I want to go to the beach, Laura. These birds look so happy. They are having a great time. Your beachy sampler quilt, absolutely amazing. I hope that it has like pride of place on your couch. These are beautiful. I love your use of texture on the birds as well, that you added some wavy line textures for the sand and for the water to the background, but you did some nice dense quilting so we can really see where your birds are. I still see these amens rolling in. Love it. Love the solidarity here. Laura Green, this is wonderful. Look at your textures. Also, the selfie game strong here is so wonderful to me. So brilliant job crouching down next to your sampler or next to your whole cloth for a photo. Love your textures. Love the way you've showed off here. And I love the way that you've showed off with all those different thread colors on your sampler as well. Laura Peterson, wow. The different ways. Can we just take a moment? I want to acknowledge the different ways that Rockstars have portrayed flowers and sunshine in their whole cloth tonight. And y'all, we're just getting started. You're going to see a whole bunch more. But I love that frequent theme, and I love the different ways that it gets used and different ways it gets portrayed. Yes, I love how, okay, so Mary Harlow over in the on the Facebook page says, amen. Also, I would have been happy just to learn a meander. Ha! We're about to get to Mary's projects here in a minute, and they're fabulous. Leslie Cook, I love the bright colors on your navy background. I love the setting of your photo here too. This is so beautiful. I love your different uses of texture. Again, those different uses of color, phenomenal. Also, excellent choice on your sashing and border for your sampler. That really pulled everything together, and I like it a lot. Linda Harris, wowie zowie. This Tree of Life whole cloth is absolutely beautiful. This is a really great riff on kind of a traditional whole cloth theme of having kind of a circle in the middle and moving out and having a neutral color, but you really added your own spice to it as well. Yes. Carol Lyon says, I signed up for Free Motion Quilting Academy this week and I love what I'm seeing. Absolutely amazing. Carol, welcome. Welcome to the Rockstars. All right, you're one of us now. You're in. You're stuck. It's super fun. Liz McStravick, I love your work here. I love your use of these different motifs and great fabric choice for your whole cloth as well. That looks really, really lovely. And all the fun colors on your sampler as well. I love being able to see, especially on those black squares. That looks so good. Excellent job, Liz. Laura Younger's, wow. This looks like those really magical scratch offs, you know, that are like black and there's rainbow underneath and then you scritch bits away. You did such a good job capturing this. Wowie zowie. Lorelei Watson, your lighthouse is stunning. And I love the different colors you chose for your sampler and the way that we can see all your stitches there as well. Wynola Taylor says, I signed up this week and had forgotten that I was to have my great grandson, so I didn't get much viewing, but I'm catching up. Oh my, how I love these designs. Wynola, I'm so glad you're getting to catch up. All those videos are still available for you. Enjoy. Lynette, again, a beautiful use of capturing plants as part of your whole cloth. I think that is so cool. And these Greek key borders, y'all, so great. Keep it up with those. I like those a lot. Marge Spain, I love your bold sun rays and your orange pebbles. Also, pebbles, wow, absolutely magnificent. And I like the way that you rendered water using a wood grain-like motif, but you kind of softened the edges a bit. Super cool. Super, super cool. Love the color wash on your sampler. Great work. Marilyn Firkinoff, this is wonderful. I hope you're going to be hanging this up this fall because it's a perfect little pumpkin cheer here. And I love the little bats flying around. So good. So good. So good. Miriam Lisco. Wow. Wow. Look at your grin. I just love it. I love it when y'all are just grinning when you finish these. What an amazing creation of texture here. You have fit a lot of quilting onto that little square and it looks so good. Well done, Rockstar. Holly says, I cannot wait to see it all again on my big screen. Yes, there will definitely be a replay that you can watch on your big screen. Yes, yes, yes. Marlene Edwards, I love the way that you chose to use this color wash fabric to create your mountains. This looks beautiful. Great use of your motifs. Fabulous sampler. Love it. Marty, another cheery pumpkin. I love that you put a different motif in each section of your pumpkin and your little girly cute stem. It's just so good. Y'all, we've had several samplers this time around that have been turned into pillows. And honestly, I think that's genius. I know a few rock stars have done it before, but I don't know that we've ever gotten to see it as part of our slideshow. I think it looks so good. Mary Arter, I love it. Again, a featuring of the monogram inside of a whole cloth. I think that looks wonderful. I hope this gets pride of place in your entryway or maybe hanging on your front door to welcome people coming to your home. So wonderful. Mary Bennett, your doggos are so cute. And the perspective of their faces, that is not easy to capture. So great job really capturing personality, some interesting angles here. And I love your bold use of thread. So good. Mary Caldecott, this is wonderful. You've created a still life, done a little artist still life for your whole cloth. Wonderful choice. I love it. Mary Davidson, this is beautiful. I especially love the way that your turquoise thread for your dream catcher has shown up against that tan fabric. I think that's a really lovely choice. Also, I highly admire your color theme here, that turquoise. You got your earrings, your binding, your thread, your sampler. I like this color coordinated lifestyle that you're living. Mine's navy, but I highly recommend the highly color coordinated lifestyle. Mary Harlow, this is beautiful. The way that you use different textures, even in different clouds. Wow, wow, wow. I love it so much. And I love the more subtle use of color for your sampler and the way that we can see those textures shine. Mary Rogers, beautiful. Again, these big grins, y'all. I know I'm supposed to be like completely ogling over your quilting, and it is stunning. You did a wonderful job. Again, love the decision to change thread colors. It's a wonderful step in your journey, but it's your smile that's getting me, Mary. I love it. I love it so much. Megan McHugh, wonderful work. Again, these feather borders, what a way to really show the progress that you've made by being like, you know what? The way I'm going to show off here on my whole cloth is with my feathers. Yes, yes, yes. Milena Hop, I love the Diamond Star. It's not quite a Lone Star, but I'm going to call it a Lone Star because I think but your Diamond Star here inside your whole cloth. Wow. The classic white on white looks so good, or at least what I'm interpreting as white on white. Your thread may not actually be white, but the geometric design in the center with your free motion quilting motifs around and inside, that was a really creative decision, and I like that a lot. Michelle Kennedy, love it. I'm going to guess you're at West Virginia, babe. And the way that you use this light tan/orange thread on your blue fabric and then the orange binding, this looks so great. Wonderful way to capture a beautiful state. Michelle, time for tea. Y'all, can y'all see this? She's got a teapot, a teacup, and it says time for tea, and I'm dying. It is so great. This is another really excellent example of creating a border around your quilt. I really love this use of a wavy line, dense quilting on the inside, creating kind of a faux border around that's not pieced, but it's stitched. It looks very, very good. Are we at the end of our slide? We might be at the end of our slide. We are. All right. So, guys, grab a sip of water. I'm going to change slide decks over here. Oh, let me get a sip of water too. Consider this your intermission, if you will. All right. Slide deck number 2. Because we still have a lot of really cool rock stars to go. Dun, 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 dun. Is this the beginning? Yes. Okay. Monica's up first. Monica, I love this. And the pebbles, y'all. Pebbles are one of those things that I teach it pretty early in Free Motion Quilting Academy because I consider them to be so foundational. But I know that pebbles can still be intimidating. So I really love it when I see them show up on y'all's. I'm going to scoot this closer so I can quit leaning, even though it means we won't be able to see as many balloons. But I'm not the star of the screen right now. Y'all are. But I love it when I see pebbles show up on y'all's sampler, because I just really think that's an amazing kind of mark of the work that you've been doing. Monica, wow. Monica created a painting. I asked her to make a whole cloth. She did a thread painting. This is wonderful. The layers of color and depth. Well done, Monica. Well done. Noemi, okay. We've been influenced by the Impressionists here because we have Monet. This is Monet's A Lily Bridge, water lily bridge. I'm like, something in my brain is broken. I love the fabric choice, but I also love the thread choices. You've created a lot of texture and color and depth going on with this. Magnificent. I hope this is hanging pride of place on a wall in your home. All of y'all need to hang your samplers up or your whole cloths up pride of place, all right? And I hope that you'll be using your sampler as just a constant reminder of how incredible you are and how much you have learned. Pam Dwyer, this is beautiful. I love the creative layout of your sampler. I love the thread painting. I love how pets have featured in our whole cloth projects this time around. I think that's really, really special. I also very much want to boop the snoot on your doggo. Just mwah, right on his nose. Pam, this is fire. And the binding choice just really caps it off for me, because these are bold thread choices to begin with, but you went all in with that electric orange. I deeply support this choice. This is magnificent work. Well done. Pamela Smith, I love the red. We've not had as much red this time around, I don't think, and I love it. It's a great color choice. Love the different textures that you've created here, all of your different motifs, and I love the way that we can see your stitching on your sampler as well. Brilliant, Rockstar. Pat Favaro, I love this. everything about it. I love the subtle but still contrasting thread on your beautiful whole cloth, the way you did a series of borders. I love the bold thread choices on your sampler. Everybody, please take a minute. Look towards the second row on the right and just look at Pat's graffiti quilting for a second, because yes, yes, yes. Roxanne says, my sampler is my Hubster's 2020 Christmas present. Better late than never. Oh my gosh, she's going to love it. I love that so much. Fabulous. Patricia, this is beautiful. Is this a B? Am I interpreting correctly? I love the heart in the middle. I love the different textures all the way around. And I love the classic kind of white sampler. Fabulous. Also, can I come curl up on your porch? It just looks really cozy. Like really, really cozy. Patty Rupert, I love this. I love the different ways that you've used this same fabric. And I love the depth that you created on your whole cloth. Please note, it's turned sideways in here. The orientation didn't quite get corrected, but notice that Patty stitched a label right into her sampler. I think that is so special. It's a great way to use one of those extra squares on your sampler. Really well done, Patty. Patricia! Patty Bosch, I love this so much. I love your grin. Love you in the golden light. Love the stitching that you've chosen in your thread colors. And I love the way that we can really see your stitching on your sampler. I think that is so magnificent. Patty Flynn, the jellyfish. I'm in awe. And your grin says it all. Your grin says it all, Patty. It's beautiful work. Wonderful use of your new skills, Rockstar. Roxanne, I love it. And this is you're right. This is a great gift to your hubster. So this is Roxanne's fall 2020, and she's now graduating here in spring 2021 sampler. And Roxanne, remind me which temple this is, because I know you wrote me in an email and I forgot, but you did a stunning rendering, and I love the feather border. Really great job. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Monument Valley, Patricia, so wonderful. It is ginormous. I love it. So it's the Oakland, California temple. Love it. Sandy, this is wonderful. Sandy's is one of the very first whole cloths that I saw hit Instagram, and I was so excited. The use of Rippling River. All right, I teach Rippling River inside Free Motion Quilting Academy. And most often it gets used when we're doing things like graffiti quilting, but I love the way that you used it on its own here. I think it deserved that, and it created magnificent texture on your whole cloth. Fabulous. Love the color choices for your sampler, by the way. Looks so good. Sarah, this is beautiful. Again, a beautiful nature rendering for our whole cloth here. Looks so good. Different color choices for the sampler. I love seeing just the variety of fabrics that y'all throw into your sampler and the way that you choose your threads. Brilliant job, Sarah. Love it. Sarah Ribble, again, some happy little plants. Y'all, can you see the snake plants on either side of her whole cloth? So good. And I love the way that we can see your contrasting thread and some of those darker tones on your sampler. This sampler, this is a nice color palette. I like that a lot. Sharon Cordray, wow. Now, Sharon, I didn't get to put the picture of the table that you sent me, but Sharon was imitating a carving on a table that she has. And did she nail it or what? Again, I asked for a whole cloth, you give me a thread painting. And you even created some beautiful thread painting on your sampler as well. Love the stitch label, love the contrasting thread, just really fabulous. Sharon says, I love Rippling River. Me too. I don't use it nearly often enough. I think Rippling River is probably like the overlooked motif, you know? It deserves more love than we often give it. I agree. Yes, Noemi, kudos to the fall 2020 folks who are graduating now. Amen. Also, please note that many of the Rockstars graduating here tonight took their time working through the academy at their own pace. Shauna Smith, oh my gosh. Now, Shauna was a wonderful case study on Instagram because she posted, this photo does not do her sampler justice. I should have put the other one in here too. She posted it and her IMG was showing a little bit. All right. And I share that because I want you to know that you can be an incredible free motion quilter like Shauna. Like this is jaw-droppingly gorgeous, right? And sometimes our IMG still tries to sneak in. This is why community is super important, because even when we've done magnificent work like this, our IMG can show up and try to crash the party. And it's important to have rock stars that says, this is amazing. So Shauna, this is amazing. I hope your IMG is appropriately in the corner where it deserves to be. And I hope this is hanging on a wall. And I hope every single time you see this, you go, wow, I'm an incredible human. All right? Because you are a rock star. Susan Adams, this is wonderful. Again, I love how plant themes are showing up in our whole class. Beautiful work. Absolutely love it. Susan Brown, this is stunning. Susan, I think it was you who emailed me and was like, mine's not going to be a fat quarter. No, I have something else that I want to do. And when I saw this, I was like, no kidding. Susan, you had vision. This is beautiful. Susan Garaki, this is so special. I love that you captured your roles of mom and Nana. How perfectly appropriate as your graduating Mother's Day weekend. And I love the light green thread on that dark green fabric and this fabulous binding fabric. Wow. Susan Kappelman sent me an email. She said, I really want to capture the plight of the monarch butterfly. And I love the creative license she took here to really say, you know, this is important. This is important that the monarch is endangered. And it's important that we know about it and are doing something about it. And I think it's absolutely amazing the detail that she captured here. And as much as I've looked at this, as I've been putting these together, seeing even those secondary butterflies, I just spotted them for the first time. So many layers going on here, a very important message. And Susan, I love the classic white sampler. That looks so good. Susan Parsons, your smile says it all. Your turtle is magnificent. I love your use of color and texture. And I love these colors for your sampler. I know I keep saying that, but I just can't help it. Y'all have done fabulous work. Sylvia Hartnell, this is wonderful. This cowboy boot makes me want to dance. Like, can we do a two-step? I feel like we need to go dancing now. I love the flowers coming out of the boot. And here's another example of a really fabulous border. All right, I'm putting border in quotation marks because it's not pieced here. But I love the way that Sylvia used wood grain to create a frame here. So lovely. So lovely. Another really excellent example of capturing your sampler as well. Teresa, this is wonderful. Y'all, I don't know if this is going to do justice. Teresa captured, is it Golden Gate? Is that correct? A magnificent bridge, and she did a wonderful job with different textures and all the detail. And unless you blow this up on a big screen, I don't know if it's going to do her work justice, but you can see from her sampler how absolutely exquisite her work is. Wonderful job, Teresa. Chania, this is fabulous. I love the use of a circle and it's dividing that circle into quadrants to do different motifs. This looks so cool. What a wonderful way to capture a lot of motifs all together on your whole cloth. Love the light thread on the navy portions of your sampler, by the way. I'm a total sucker for that. Y'all, I'm leaning in because I just want to be as close as I can to this beautiful work. Trish Munson, this is beautiful. Another wonderful owl. I love, again, seeing the different ways that similar subject matter can inspire different rock stars, and the way that each of these quilts has captured you, and the way that you are seeing the world, and the way that you see the world through your new quilty lenses. Beautiful work, Trish. Vicki Smith, this is wonderful and it's huge and I love it. Is this a full yard? It must be a full yard. I love the use of color and texture. Are these baby sea turtles? Is that what I'm seeing here in the bottom right, making their way to the sand? Oh, there is nothing more precious than getting to witness a sea turtle hatching and seeing them here making their way to the sand. What a wonderful special capturing in thread, Vicki. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So, pop the champagne, Rockstars. I literally am going to pop the champagne, which I might regret. Should I go back to full screen to do this? I think I should. Patricia, that's a great question. It says ship. Teresa, thank you for correcting me. Teresa's captured it. We're going to go back. We're going to look again together. Come here. Can I zoom? Will it let me zoom? No, it's not going to let me zoom, but I see the mast, and here it is. The ship here, floating on the water. So y'all do make sure that you go back in and you look more closely at Teresa's work. I love it. So Patty is asking a very wonderful question. How many countries are graduating? So if you are here live and you are graduating, please drop your country. Or if you're in the US, please drop your state as well into the comments so that we can see both on YouTube and on Facebook. Don says, everyone's projects are so beautiful. Congrats, everyone, on all of our achievements. Thank you, Holly Ann, for all you've done for us. The Academy is a super course to sign up for. Amazing. All right. I see a few coming in. I'm going to stop my screen share because this is either going to be the best idea I've ever had or the worst idea I've ever had. And I feel like y'all should get to witness it full screen either way, because y'all definitely deserve champagne. Y'all, I don't own champagne flutes. Who am I? I'm going to have to fix that. So let us pop the champagne together to these amazing rock stars. Like I said, this could go terribly awry. I do have a cloth up here just in case we need it. But y'all deserve this. So we're gonna do it together. Enjoy safely. Please read the warning below. Honestly, I'm mostly worried about the opening of it. You ready? So, guys, as I do this incredibly risky and slightly terrifying endeavor, I declare you, woo! Free Motion Quilting Rockstars! Cheers, my loves! Y'all have worked so hard, whether it's been for 1 cohort, 2 cohorts, 3 cohorts, 4. I raise my glass to you, and with my completely self-given power, I declare each of you, the members of the Spring 2021 graduating class, to be Free Motion Quilting Rockstars. Congratulations, you have earned it. That is nice. That was very nice. Woohoo! Ba, 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 ba. Now, guys, let me see if I have one handy. Each of you who graduated tonight, I will be sending your Free Motion Quilting Academy enamel pin to you shortly. Y'all, you can only get this pen by earning the honor that these rock stars did tonight by finishing Free Motion Quilting. Guys, here come the tears. Woo! They come every time. I'm so proud of y'all. You have demonstrated grit, determination. You have encouraged each other. You have pushed yourselves beyond what many of you even thought possible for yourselves. And honestly, I just bear grateful witness to your work. It is such an honor to have been part of your journey. This is absolutely wonderful. Now, y'all, let's say hold on. We got to have another toast. So cheers to each of you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. So guys, I'm going to explain a little bit about Free Motion Quilting Academy for our folks who are here, who are not yet part. I see, Jan, I do feel like a proud mama. Talk about Mother's Day weekend. My heart is going to burst. Oh, I'm going to explain a little bit about Free Motion Quilting Academy for our rock stars who are here, who are brand new. So as I am doing that, if you graduated tonight or if you've graduated in the past, I would love it if you dropped into the comments your very favorite part of the course, or what you're most proud of, or what you enjoyed learning the most. I think this is a really special time to really get to celebrate the journey that you have had. I'm so proud. All right, so I'm going to jump back in. Let me share my screen one more time. And let's see. Where are we? We are right here at part 2. We have popped the champagne. So some of you guys are wondering how you can become a confident Free Motion Quilting Rockstar as well. Let me jump over. Am I supposed to be in the same doc, Clara? I don't actually know. If I need to be in something different, will you send me a link, babe? Claudia says, Holly Ann, I hope when you put this together, you frequently thought, I did this. I helped make these people more confident and creative, because it's true. You created a safe, kind, respectful community, and I hope you feel all the love, respect, and appreciation we feel for you. You're bursting my heart. I love it so much. So y'all, if you want to be part of this community, first of all, we want you to be part of this community. Come join us. Let me tell you a little bit about Free Motion Quilting Academy. This is the course that each of these graduating rock stars went through to get to this moment here tonight, and what a special one it is. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the course, all right? Actually, nope, I lied. Before I tell you a little bit about the course, I'm going to ask 3 of these rock stars. I'm going to share their words with you. These are 3 of our graduates from tonight. So Sharon said, "This was by far the most enjoyable online class I've ever participated in. Holly-Ann's enthusiasm and motivation is so contagious, not to mention her skill and talent for instruction. The peer support the group provides was monumental. It was fun to learn and then improve my new skills and observe everyone's skill level and confidence grow through the weeks. The added bonus is that I was able to take this class with my sister, who lives many hours away from me. We wouldn't have been able to do anything like this in a different format." So Sharon and Janet, thank you for being part of this cohort. Patty says, "I loved learning the new motifs that I have lifetime access to the videos in case I forget how to do them." You know, looking at Monument Valley there, Patty, I don't think you're in danger of forgetting, but you know, I love that you have lifetime access too. "I took my time in completing the motifs. I started in the fall of 2019. Everyone is so supportive and it's great. We all encountered our IMG at some point during our journey, and it was a great feeling to get rid of my IMG during this process." And finally, Julie, I'm never going to get tired of looking at your whole class, Julie. Julie says, "Thank you, Holly-Ann, for your energy and encouragement. When I first started this course, I was not sure if I would be able to master or even finish this course. With the help of Holly-Ann and the Facebook String and Story community, I pushed on and surprised myself. With practice and trying not to let my IMG get to me, I was able to finish, and I cannot believe even graduate. Thank you." Julie, this is just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So let me tell you what's included in the course if you've not heard this already. Free Motion Quilting Academy is a proven method to learn how to free motion quilt. You know, and if you needed some case studies, I gave you about 120 tonight. I hope that that was a wild encouragement. Inside the Academy, we build on these lessons one by one so that you can become a confident intermediate rock star. All right, Free Motion Quilting Academy is a super valuable course, but I like to keep it as accessible as possible. So for the price of sending 1, maybe 2 quilts to the long armor, you can gain access to 6 professionally recorded video units teaching you all the ins and outs of free motion quilting, from setup to how to stitch over 24 motifs. 1 bonus unit about how to make quilting plans, a newly updated 50+ page digital course workbook that you can use as a PDF or you can have printed, access to the exclusive Facebook group that we keep talking about because that's where we party it up for 12 weeks, a live video Q&A, as well as ongoing support from me and your fellow rock stars, including the rock stars who graduated tonight. In case you haven't noticed, we want you to come hang out with us, okay? And you have lifetime access to all of the above. Now, some common important questions that I get, and some of these answers, some of y'all who have been with me a moment, you know that we just redid these videos, so you get to see these, okay? Or you get to see the new videos in action. So each module or unit has 5 to 7 videos on average, and each of those videos is 5 to 10 minutes long, all right? We are enrolling Free Motion Quilting Academy through May 15th, so you've got about another week, but I encourage you, jump on in, come hang out with us. Class will start with new student orientation on May 17th, all right? The workbook will be available inside of orientation, and our Q&As alternate between 11 a.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Eastern because we have rock stars all over the world. Clara, did you happen to catch some of the countries as they were flying by? I know in this last cohort, we at least had Ireland, UK, Canada, US, Australia, but I don't feel like that's a complete list. We usually have a few more countries than that. Deb Brown, I see you there in the comments. So good to see you, Rockstar. So here's a quick peek at the units, all right? We've got our introduction and orientation just to help you get your bearings. And then I hope as you look down the names of these units, you can see the way that these skills build on themselves week to week. The goal is to start at the very beginning. What supplies do I need? How do I set up my machine? Some in-depth teaching about tension. And we go through, because remember all the amens that we had tonight. Almost every single rock star who begins this course says, I don't know if I can actually do those final projects, right? But see here the way that these skills build up so that where you are now in unit 0 or week 0 and where we end up at the end of this course, We truly go on a journey together. All right. This course does not include ruler work, but I do sometimes teach that separately. Once you've mastered free motion quilting or become a confident intermediate free motion quilter, I think adding on ruler work is quite an easy skill set. And this course works for all different machines. So again, Rockstars who are graduating here tonight, will you please do me the favor of dropping in the comments what machine you worked on for your course? Or if you are working your way through the class now, or if you're a former rock star that you graduated in, or still a rock star, but former graduate, will you drop your machine name in the comments? I really want to see the variety of machines, because while I teach on a sit-down machine, I know we have long arms in the house. I know we have mid arms in the house. I know we have vintage machines in the house. All right. Teresa says, I loved all the little extras, notes on posture, thread, which all makes it possible. Holly Ann goes above and beyond. Oh, Teresa, you are so kind. I love that. Patty says that since the beginning of the year, I finished quilting 13 quilts so far, and we'll finish another one tomorrow. Most of these quilts were double-sized or larger. You can do it too. Oh, my heavens. I want to put the wow emoji on that. Patty, that's incredible. Shauna says, I'm proud of simply that I set out to learn how to free motion quilt and finally did it. And did a freaking amazing job, Shauna. I finished despite my pesky IMG. The thing that I loved learning the most was that I am capable of creating quilting that I've seen on other people's quilts and that I thought was out of my reach. Love it. So how does the Facebook group work? All right, we have our lessons inside a platform called Kajabi. That's like our classroom. It's a library, so it makes it really easy to go find what you need. You don't have to sort through a Facebook group to find your lessons. All right, but the Free Motion Quilting Academy Facebook group gives you a place to hang out with your fellow rockstars, get to know each other, share work, ask questions. I have live Q&A sessions for you each week where I collect questions the day before, and then I answer them live. So even if you can't tune in live with me, I can still answer your question. But the real magic of the Facebook group is that there's about 1,400 rockstars in there already, and we're continuing to grow with every cohort. And we have rockstars in nearly every time zone. So whenever you're online quilting and you have a question or you have something you want to share, chances are there are several other rockstars on there with you that can help. I think that really helps with that feeling of never being alone and never getting stuck. All right. There's also always a replay for our live Q&As because I know sometimes you just can't join me live. All right. I store that replay both on Facebook, but also in Kajabi, so it's easy for you to find. Love seeing these machines. We've got Genomes, we have Juki's, a FAF Performance, a Handy Quilter Sweet 16, a Baby Lock BL9, Bernina 830, a Brother Innova. See, long arm in the house. Love it. So what does lifetime access mean? It means that you're stuck with us. Quite frankly, notice that we had rockstars graduating tonight who started their journey back in fall of 2019. Once you join the Free Motion Quilting Academy, you are in. You do not pay extra. You do not have to enroll again. You get the updates. So all of the existing rockstars who are in the course, when I refilmed it, they got the brand new version without paying extra. So it means that you can go back, you can rewatch the videos as many times as you need. You can take all the time you need to go through the course. Y'all, I think this is particularly relevant right now because as we're all getting vaccinated, and at least here in the US, the world is beginning to open back up a little bit. I know that you might be sitting here going, this sounds super fun, but I have a really busy summer planned. Does it really make sense for me to join right now? And I would argue yes. One of the rockstars brought up a really great point during the Tension Without Tension masterclass earlier today, that if you just do module 1, you will learn enough motifs to begin finishing your own quilts. So that means if you've got quilts that need to be finished this summer, if all you are able to make time for right now is to get started, and then you continue working through at your own pace like Patty did over a period of time, etc., you can do that. All right. So I encourage you, go ahead and jump in with us. Start this journey. Get to know your fellow rock stars. Start making progress on some of those quilts that need to be finished. All right. So guys, if you are ready, you can enroll today to start your journey to be a free motion quilting rock star. This is really exciting because we have never had a rock star graduation happen while we're also enrolling Free Motion Quilting Academy. So you guys are super special that you don't have to wait for the next enrollment. You can take this hype, this energy, this inspiration, and jump straight in with me by going to stringandstory.com/yes. stringandstory.com/yes. All right. So, huzzah! We did the thing, guys. If you have questions about graduation, or if you have questions about Free Motion Quilting Academy, I'm going to sit here and drink my champagne and celebrate these rock stars. So, guys, jump right in. Annabelle, I love it. Annabelle says, please, it makes sense to start now. Yes, yes, yes. Jan says, there's no pressure. Work at your own pace and your speed and your time frame. Amen. Megan says, such infectious enthusiasm. That is definitely my goal. Guys, did you see my Team Purple folks? I got you purple balloons. I just thought you should notice that. We have a small rivalry between our Team Navy and Team Purple here at String and Story. Love it. Oh, Jeannie says, so this is for my graduates. What's the deadline to join the guild? Tonight. All right, so once you have taken Free Motion Quilting Academy, you have the opportunity to join my special membership program called the Guild for ongoing education and camaraderie. So y'all, if you are curious about the Guild from my graduating class from tonight, or my other rock stars who are in the Academy already, tonight is your deadline to sign up for the Guild. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Linda says, it looks like everyone already had a plain sampler quilt. Is that required before you start? No, we piece that as part of the course. Great question. Listen, you don't need to have anything ready to rock and roll as part of this course. Okay? I'm going to give you a supply list. It's fabric, batting, foot, a machine, that sort of stuff. But you don't need to have your sampler ready. You don't need to have a quilt top ready. Nothing. Every piece of this we do as we go, truly step by step by step. Love it. Jan's like, y'all join the guild. It's awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Jackie says, get started now is the best time because there's no pressure. And once you start, it is infectious. I love that, Jackie. Cynthia says, I have a Bernina 770 QE. This course was the best thing I've ever done. The steps build beautifully one on the other. And the quilt plan, for once, I can look at a quilt and actually see quilt designs unfold. Great job, Holly Ann. Thanks so much. Graduation has stirred so many gifts idea. Whole cloth pillows will be in my gift creations this year. Cynthia, I love that. You guys are so fabulous. You guys are so fabulous. Your favorite color is purple. Jan, I love it. We need a strong representation of Team Purple since I am so powerfully Team Navy. Jean says, Holly Ann has the energy to get every one of us through the class. Yes, ma'am. Truly, y'all, it is my calling and my passion to be walking alongside you and showing you what a rock star you are. Quilting is the medium that we use. All right. But the bottom line here is I want you to understand what an incredible rock star you are. And I hope that you will come quilt along with me for 12 plus weeks to really enjoy the journey of discovering that. Love it. Annabelle says, quilters naturally provide great community. So evident here with the rock stars. Vicky says, lifetime access is invaluable. Yes. Bonnie says, I have a long arm machine, but chose to complete this course on my domestic machine. I was so nervous. Now, since finishing my grad requirements, I felt comfortable to begin my first semi-custom quilt. This is all due to Holly Ann's teaching, philosophy, and realness. Bonnie, I love that. Bonnie also brings up a great point that if you have both a long arm and a domestic and you're unsure which one you want to take the academy on, I would recommend the domestic for this reason. If you figure out free motion quilting on your domestic, moving over to a long arm is easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, truly, I remember when I got my first long arm and the lady that I got it from, she was like, there's going to be a learning curve. And I was like, okay. I get home, threw some fabric on there, and it wasn't perfect. It's a little bit different, but I knew the basic mechanics of quilting well enough. Where's this? Oh, it's way up there. Okay. I knew the basic mechanics of quilting well enough that jumping from a domestic to a long arm was really easy. From what I've noticed with rock stars, if you go from a long arm to a domestic, it can be a little bit more challenging. So if you have any desire to be able to quilt on both, I would either work on both during the course or start on your domestic. That being said, you can totally disregard everything I just said and said, Holly Ann, nope, I'm working on my long arm. Rock on with your bad self. Love, love, love it. Seriously, anyone, just do this. I literally don't know why if you're already here, you would not do this. I love that. Great feedback. Love it. Yay, yay, yay. That's it. We went through all the quilts. There will be a replay. There's a lot of really gorgeous quilts. Patty says it'll be the best money that you spend to develop your quilting skills. I hope to meet some new rock stars on the Facebook page. You will. You will. Rock stars, as we close out our time together, I just want to say one more time, thank you for spending these weeks, these months, some of you these years with me on this journey. You have earned every huzzah, every cheer, every sip of champagne, every bit of this balloon extravaganza that is happening behind me. You are truly rock stars. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you for being part of this community. I'm thankful for you not only being here for your own journey, but for the way that I get to witness you love and encourage and uplift each other. Absolutely amazing. Sharon, your replay will be available immediately as soon as I hit end broadcast on both Facebook and YouTube. Feel free to grab this link and share it with your friends and family as encouragement to them, as showing off. Please, guys, actually housekeeping. One, please share this post, whether you share the YouTube link or share the Facebook post to your page. Here's why, because you deserve to brag about the work that you have done. Second of all, if you are new around here, or maybe you're on YouTube and you're normally with me on Facebook, please take a moment to like my Facebook page or subscribe to my YouTube channel. That means that if you're in the Free Motion Quilting Academy, we can stay connected even easier. And if you're thinking that it may not be the best time for you to be in the Academy yet, I would love for you to stick around and continue to be part of this educational community. All right, y'all, your chain is unbroken, Janet. That's so beautiful. Next week, you guys will get to see the chain at the beginning of Free Motion Quilting Academy when enrollment is closing. We have a big party, so come back next week. We're gonna have another big party. We have a big party and we welcome each new rock star in, and I make a paper chain or a banner of all of y'all's names, and we talk about the community that we're building and how we are stronger together. And so Janet, I love that you remembered that and invoked that imagery now. Your chain is unbroken. All right, mwah. Congratulations, you magnificent rock stars. Welcome to all of y'all who are joining the guild, who are joining Free Motion Quilting Academy. If you are ready to be a Free Motion Quilting rock star like these incredible graduates from tonight, stringandstory.com/yes. Have a fabulous Saturday, everybody.